Hey guys, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. I am here today to do another flashback favorites video. So, the originators of this, I will throw down below. I know a lot of people have done this kind of video, so I'll put it in the description box. I definitely didn't come up with this, and it's not my original idea, so go check them out if you are interested. If you've never seen one of these videos before, I'm just going to do a really quick explanation. So basically this is me just looking back on past favorites from videos I've done on my channel. And I went through and like painstakingly like wrote down everything. And basically I'm just going to talk about like what I still have, what I decluttered, what I used, and I have some extra space on this side to pop up pictures of stuff I've decluttered or finished so you can kind of see what I'm talking about if you don't know. So we are rolling it way back to July 2016. Courtney was just out of college in 2016. I graduated with my second degree in December 2015. So I was living in Petoskey, and I was living up north working and managing a bar at this time. And it was a wild ride, basically. So, July 2016. The first thing was the Wet n Wild and Fergie collab, their Velvet Matte Lip in Transcendence, which I'll put up a picture of. So, I actually really liked this for a while. And then, so when they discontinued that Fergie line, everything was already kind of old. And then they sent it all to Dollar Tree, where it sat for a second, and so it was like getting older and older and older. And then when I picked it up and started using it, by the time I decluttered it, it was quite old. So the formula had just changed, and I just liked other things better, so I had gotten rid of it. And it worked out in the end because now Wet n Wild's not cruelty free. The next thing on the list was the e.l.f. highlighting brush, which obviously I still have and love. So this boy is, I don't know how well you can tell, but it's like a paddle, but it's really, really soft and fluffy at the tip. I also use this for blush, but it's like really good for like blending out if you get too crazy. If you get like too wild with your highlight, that's a really good one to blend it out. I do use it for blush, like I said. I kind of use it for whatever I want. I use it for my under eyes sometimes. I do what I feel with it. It's a multi-use tool. Next, I was talking about in that video the Flower Beauty Lip Service Lip Butter. I have no recollection of this, so I'll try to put up a picture, but if I can't find it, yikes. I remember decluttering this. I remember decluttering all my Flower Beauty lipstick just because I didn't like them. So yeah, that's all I have to say. The last thing for that month was the Wet n Wild and Fergie palette in Rose Gold Goddess, which was green and gold, I believe. I can't remember. And again, it was the same thing as the lippy. They had just gotten older and the formula wasn't awesome to start with, and I just found that I never reached for it, so I decluttered it. Jumping into the next month, which was August, I was talking about the Nyx Lip Lingerie in Embellishment, which I still have. And this is a really cool toned, like, purpley gray, and it's just really pretty. It's pretty, it's kind of weird. I feel like this looks really good if you have like a fake tan or are just naturally tan, which I'm not, obviously. Look at my hand. But it's very, very pretty. I picked this up because of ShanXO. She talked about the entire line, like she lip swatched the whole line on her channel. And now right now I'm actually wearing the lip lingerie in Bedtime Flirt is what's on my lips right now, over top of a lip liner, which is why it's still kind of like brownie. Anyway, the next thing I talked about in that August video was the Real Techniques Sponge. He is a dry boy right now, so look at how bright it looks compared to my pale skin. So cute. I have about 5 of these, and I have 2 beauty blenders, and honestly, I don't really see a difference besides that these are like a 2-pack for $14. So, the next thing I talked about was the Too Faced. The next thing I talked about in that video was my Physicians Formula Butter bronzer, and I hit pan on this a hot minute ago. I think in February is when I hit pan on it. But now that I'm like, ooh, I had this since 2016, that boy really needs to get used. He is... I have the light version, like you can't even really even see it on my hand, which is why I hit pan, because I have to use so much of it. And now that it's summer, I'm reaching for things that are darker because I want to be bronzy, except like right now, like we're going to go to the cottage today because today is the 3rd of July, so tomorrow's the 4th. So I'm hoping to get some sun today, but we'll see. I don't want to get burnt, basically. And then the last thing I talked about in that August video was the Wet n Wild Rose Champagne Color Icon Blush. I did just hit pan in this recently. It'll be in my products I hit pan on in the next video I do, because I just filmed one like right before I hit pan on this. And I'm working to finish or hit pan in all my Wet n Wild stuff because they're not cruelty free anymore, so that is being panned currently. Lastly, we're going to talk about September. So September, I had talked about my Morphe 35O palettes because I had just gotten them, so I'll pop those up in the corner here. I am panning those right now. They are my Pan That palette for 2019, so if you're interested in seeing my progress in that Pan That palette, I'll link the playlist down below in the description box. Words are hard. Next, I talked about the 2 ColourPop sculpting sticks that I had, which was Dove, which was like a cool tone contour, and Gummy Bear, which was slightly shimmery highlight. I panned both of these a couple years ago, honestly, and they're fine. I actually don't think ColourPop even has these anymore. I'll put it on the screen if they still do. Like, they were nice, but cream contour and I just like don't get along. So there's that. Next, I was talking about the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in 0.0, which is a real pretty cool tone 90s brown. This is a Kathleen Lights collab, and I used this a couple months ago in my lipstick roulette. Sorry, words again. Words are hard. I really like it. It's nice. It's a great time. The Ultra Satins aren't as drying, but they don't last as long, so it's kind of like, pick and choose what you want. Next, I was talking about the Urban Decay lipstick in Naked 2, which I decluttered because it was just old and melty and not a flattering color. And then similarly, the last product was the Wet n Wild Lip Gloss in Lilac Theater, which was a limited edition from, I don't remember what line, but it was a spring line, and I decluttered that as well. So that is everything from my flashback favorites from 2016. Definitely go down below, let me know what some of your favorites are, and if any of your old favorites are still your favorites. I'd love to know down below. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.